everyone, welcome to another video. It is me, Desiree, and I join you here freshly skin-cared and sunscreened up. Today I used this one from Murad, the Environmental Shield Essential C Day Moisture. Really nice. This is an SPF 30. Liked it a lot. Sunk into the skin really nicely. It doesn't feel too greasy or heavy. It just feels like I put on a normal moisturizer. So that's where all this glow is coming from. But anyway, today I was going through my little samples drawer because I'm on a decluttering rampage, if you didn't know. And I found a bunch of little samples that I want to try out today. A couple of these I feel like I've tried in the past. Like I feel like I've tried this Tower 28 thing before, but I don't remember it at all. I have this little sample packet from LYS of their foundation, and then just a couple of other small things that I want to try out. And I thought I would just film it. I did do a skincare routine using all samples, and it was going great until I pulled out this little guy from Glow Recipe, the niacinamide sunscreen. Oh no, I had to go wash my face off. This pilled so badly. It gathered all over my face. It looked so awful. It was stuck all in my hairline. It felt like it had wax in it, and it was like sealing my face closed. I had to go rinse it off, so this little sample just wasn't for me, but yeah, I used the Murad one, and now we're back on track. So let's start off with the makeup. I have this little primer from Erborian. It's the Skin Hero Oh Ginseng Base Skin Perfector, and I actually had to look up what this was because I didn't know if it was like a BB cream type thing that would change to your skin, but it's a tintless or pigmentless, or however they describe it. It has no color to it, is what I'm saying. And it's supposed to be really smoothing, pore filling, it's silicone free, and it says in 7 days it's supposed to help refine your skin texture if you use it every day. So my skin's feeling pretty good now. I'm gonna try out the primer. It feels like nothing, like it sunk right into my hand. It doesn't even feel moisturizing at all. So let's just try it out. It has a little bit of like a weird color to it, like a gray kind of look. That's why I kind of thought it was gonna be one of those things that kind of changes to your skin tone that has little pigment balls in it. But it does say that this is colorless. And I felt something under my skin right here a second ago, and I was like, I just gotta mess with it. So now it's a raised red bump, and before it was nothing. But I made it something. I feel like I might have used too much. Oh no, I guess not. It's blending in really nicely. Didn't pill at all or gather or anything like that. It took away a little bit of the tack that was on my skin, but nothing too mattifying. It feels quite nice. I'm gonna let this sink in for just a sec, and while I do that, I'm gonna talk about the foundation that I'm gonna use. This is the LYS Triple Fix Serum Foundation. I got this little sample card. Usually they send these out mostly for swatches so you can kind of see what your shade is. But this looks like it might be enough to kind of try it out on my face. It's like a little raised blister pack. It says it has hyaluronic acid, turmeric, and ashwagandha. Ooh, my skin feels quite nice. It says it has 35 flexible shades. I'm not sure if that means the shades are flexible as far as the pigment goes, and you could, you don't need to get your perfect shade, or if that means the formula is flexible on your skin. But I'm gonna use the lightest one, LN6, this one right here. It looks like it might be a little dark, but it also looks like it might be perfect. But we're gonna try it out. And I haven't tried anything from this brand, and I've been wanting to, because this is definitely the most affordable brand at Sephora. It seems like everything's like in the $20 range, and I kind of think the foundation was $24 or something. Pretty affordable, at least as far as Sephora goes. So let's bust out this lightest color. And this actually looks like it might be one pump of foundation that's in here. These little raised bubble things, so this might be enough to actually do my whole face. That primer made my skin feel really good. It feels soft and smooth, but doesn't feel like silicone-y soft, that like fake, like where you can't feel anything because it's so soft. This feels really nice. I feel like this might be a little, I don't know if that's gonna be my shade, but we're gonna try it out anyway. And this does look like it's one full pump that's in here, even maybe a little bit more. It might be okay, actually. got my damp sponge. Oh yeah, this is a pretty good shade. Pretty good shade match here. And there's still a lot left in here. I thought it was just gonna be enough for one, but this looks like at least 2 or 3 applications that's in here. Am I crazy? Or was this like a perfect shade match? I feel like this is an exact shade match. Am I crazy? This looks perfect. This looks exactly like my skin color. I don't think I have ever found a foundation that was my exact shade. There's usually shades that match pretty good, but you know, you have to like blend them out, and once you get the rest of your makeup on, they look pretty good or they match well. This looks like my perfect shade. So there it is, all blended out. I just did like one coat, I guess, one pump. This looks great. This looks exactly like skin. Okay, I might have to look into that. We'll see how it wears throughout the day, but oh my goodness. This looks and feels really, really good. Let me look at it up close real quick. Oh yeah, blended really nice. There's no gathering, no blotchiness, no patchiness. Covered up everything, but it doesn't look like I have a mask of foundation on. If you have this, let me know if this is awesome, because on first impression, this looks and feels awesome. Oh my goodness. I mean, it might be a combo of the primer too, but the way the foundation looks, it looks really, really good. I might buy this. I might buy that. Wow. Okay. Okay. Off to a great start. The little tiny concealer I have, I feel like I've used this before. Oh my God, the cat looks so cute. It's the tiniest little sample here from Benefit of their Boing Cakeless Concealer. This shade is shade 2, and I actually have this in a full size in shade 4. And this is a little too light for me. Like, it's super, super brightening. So I'm just gonna use this under the eyes as like a little bit of a brightening kind of thing, because I feel like it's gonna be really light. Oh yeah, that's very, very light. But I do really like this concealer. Like I said, I already have it in a full size, but I've had it for a long time, maybe I know at least 2 years at this point. Because everything that I owned back at the apartment, I know is at least 2 years old, because we've been in this house for 2 years old. 2 years old. And I know I bought that back at the apartment. I think it was Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty. I want to say it was like $10. And it's good. It doesn't crease under the eyes. It looks really nice and fresh all day. And it's really, really thin. But this one I think is a little too light. I can't get over the skin. I cannot get over how this looks. I feel like it's a combo of the primer and the foundation together. I probably should have just put the foundation all the way up to my under eyes, now that I know how nice it feels. And I think I've never done that before, because I think it looks so gross to put foundation all the way up to your under eyes. But I think this concealer was a little bit too light. But it's okay. Nice and brightening. A little brightness never hurt nobody. I think I need a little bit more right here. I feel like I blended it away a little bit. I like this tiny little concealer. It's just so cute. Just so cute to have. Even though it's the wrong shade, I still have to keep it. It's just cute. And it's okay to keep stuff just because it's cute. Okay, I'm not gonna do any concealer on the rest of my face. I'm actually just gonna take a little bit more of the foundation on spots that I normally would put concealer. Like up here, discoloration that's on my forehead. My eyes look crazy. They look so bright. A little bit more on the cheeks right here. A little bit on that red spot that I made this morning by poking at my face. And then a little on the sides here where I have these veins that kind of show through a little bit. Just gonna add a little more coverage there. I can't believe how good this is, this foundation. I'm so glad it was like a full use that was in here, not just like a swatch card. I love it. I think I love it. Where's my cloth? Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of powder Although this foundation feels so good, I honestly don't even think it needs it. But I bought this little powder, this little travel size from Kosas. It's the Cloud Set powder in the shade Breezy. And I bought this because Emily Noel goes on and on and on about how she loves this powder. But Emily Noel and I never agree on makeup. We have very different makeup styles, preferences, and skin types, I'm guessing. And usually stuff that she loves, I end up not liking very much. But this powder, it just looked great. So I bought this at Sephora the other day in their little like travel section. It looks like it's just a baked powder. So let's just try it out just as a little bit of a setting type of thing. Ooh, this feels good. Oh my God, my stomach's growling. I was gonna eat right before this and I decided not to. Because usually my face gets all red and my mouth gets all red. It's a whole thing. You know what? This feels good. It feels really lightweight, almost like nothing. Like, am I even getting anything? I got the shade Breezy. Maybe it just matches really nicely so I can't see anything on my skin, but it feels like it's setting, but it's not taking away any of like the, I don't want to say glossiness, but any of that dewiness that I had going on my skin. This feels good. All right. Okay, Emily. Okay, Emily. You were right about this one. I'll have to keep trying it, of course. I don't have bronzer, but I'm gonna try out this. The Flower Beauty Low Light Liquid Contour. This is on the chopping block. So I'm gonna use this just to see what I can get with my little cheekbones here. I'm gonna throw on some bronzer and then we will continue on. Okay, this is going to be decluttered, this Flower Beauty thing. This looked so ugly. It looked so patchy. I had to re-put foundation on this area. It just looks bad. I don't like it. And I was loving the way the skin was looking and now I'm like, ew, why did I do that to myself? So this is a declutter. But I did go in with some Ulta Beauty Faux Glow Matte Bronzer on the rest of the skin and on the rest of my face. And I really, really am loving that one right now. I do have makeup all over my desk, a blush and a highlighter. So I'm gonna use the Tower 28 Super Dew, this one right up here. These are 3 of their blushes also, like their little cream blushes, but I'm not gonna use those today because I have another one I wanna try out, but I'm gonna use this little dewy one right up here. This is supposed to be just like a balm, and I have a couple of balm highlighters that I do really like the Ciate Dewy Sticks and then the Merit Highlighting Balm. I love that one. This one says it's a highlighter balm, no shimmer, just glassy luminous skin. Tap, do not blend on skin with fingers. So let's try this out. And since my skin isn't super set with powder, I think this should work just fine, hopefully. Oh yeah, it feels really good. Very similar to, oh no, a little thick. I thought it was gonna feel really like oily like the other ones do. This one feels a little on the thicker side, like it might last a little longer, so let's try it out. I'm hoping it doesn't pick up foundation. Like as long as it doesn't pick up the foundation, it'll be fine. Normally that's the issue with stuff like this, is as you're patting it in, you're also kind of erasing the coverage you just put there. Looks really nice. Let's do a little on the nose. Just to kind of gloss it up. It kind of just looks like I just put on skincare or my sunscreen or something. We'll have to see how it wears throughout the day, if it's gonna last. But it looks really nice. Just nice and glossy and wet. Feels good too. Not too sticky, but a little bit on the thick side. Not that that's a bad thing. I think it just means it's gonna last a little longer. So for blush, I have the cutest blush you've ever seen. This is from Rare Beauty. It's the Soft Pinch Dewy Liquid Blush in the shade Hope. I have one of these already. Where is it? It's this drawer. This one here in the shade Joy. I know I got this. This has to be from a Sephora Favorites or something like that. This is almost too intense. Like a little goes a very, very, very long way, like almost too much. This one is the shade Joy, but the one I'm going to use is the shade Hope. And this was I think it was a free gift with purchase, like you type in a code on Sephora, or it was a point perk, I don't remember. But look how cute and tiny it is. And this one looks a little bit darker than that one. I don't know, I just kind of thought it would look nice. Oh no, not too dark. I don't know why I thought it was going to be dark. I mean, it is a little on the darker side, like a dark, dusty rose, as Emily Noel would say. Is it dusty rose? I don't even know how to describe dusty rose, but it looks very pretty either way. So I'm gonna do, I don't know if I want to put it on my cheeks and then blend it out. I think I'm gonna put it on my hand and grab it with my sponge. No, I'm gonna use a brush. I'm kind of scared of this. Let me grab this one, the Real Techniques stippling brush. I just washed this last night. I'm gonna grab it off of my hand here and then put it on like this. I'm just afraid it's gonna be too much. And that's like the perfect amount, what I had on my hand there. I'm gonna do the same thing. Put it on my hand, grab it with the brush, blend it out. I'm really loving putting blush on my nose lately. I just really love that super sunburned kind of look. I'm loving it. Oh my gosh, my stomach's growling so much. I mean, I feel like I didn't use very much of this, and look how far it went, like that small amount. I think it looks super pretty. Really nice, sun-kissed, little sunburnt. Love it. Okay, I gotta go take out the dog real quick and I will be right back. BRB. Okay, we're back. I feel like I'm gonna start switching up my routine, especially when recording videos. That way I don't have no eyebrows the whole video, but I just always do them almost last. Okay, this blush looks awesome. I think it looks very sun-kissed, like I got a little bit of a sunburn. I really like this color called Hope. This is really pretty. A little goes a long way. Obviously, like I dabbed it on my hand and then used my brush to put it on. I love it. I think it looks really cool. And then the little highlighter too just looks a little bit wet. Looks nice. Let's do the eyebrows and we will come back and do a little on the eyes. I have an eye pencil and a mascara that I want to use today, 2 little samples. And I almost thought about just putting a little of that blush on my eyes and blending it out and doing a little color like that, but I kind of want to use the colorful pencil that I have. Okay, I'm not sure about these eyebrows today. I don't know. They came out kind of weird or something. Anyway, let's move on. I have a little pencil here from Makeup Forever. This is one of their artist color pencils. This is the shade Worldly Mauve. I've had this for a long time. I want to say this was again from Sephora, like type in a code, a free gift with purchase, or it was a point perk, I don't remember. But I do remember using this at one time. There's a swatch of it there. And I found it kind of dry. This is a pencil you can use for whatever. You can use it on your eyes or your lips or however you want to use your color pencils. But I did remember finding this a little bit dry, but I'm going to use this on maybe just the top lash line and lower lash line, just a little bit of a muted, I don't know, it looks very muted, like a muted purple kind of thing. And this is the only way I can get liner to go on smooth on my eyes, just because I have so much eyelid skin that if I just try to draw it like this, it'll kind of drag a little bit, no matter what the pencil is. You know what? This is super smooth and creamy. This is really, really smooth. Why did it feel so dry in a swatch on my hand for some reason? But this is gliding so nicely. And I don't feel like I'm having to build it up too much to get the color to show. All right, I like it. Do I want to do some on the lower lash line too? I don't even know if you could see it from there. Yeah, let's do a little bit. Why not? I almost do want to put some of that blush on my eyes. I don't know why, I just really think that color is super pretty. No. Yes, do I? I wouldn't know how to do it. I wouldn't know how to do it. I'm not that creative, and I know if I try it, I'm gonna mess it up. So, and it's gonna kind of look really sloppy. I probably shouldn't have done this on the lower lash line. It looks really harsh. Let's try to soften it up a little bit. What are we missing? Mascara. Okay. I have this little mascara from Sephora. It's the Sephora Big by Definition Volumizing and Lash Multiplying Effect Mascara. I feel I got this in a subscription box or some sort of point perk again. I don't remember using this. When I opened it earlier, it looked brand new, like I had never even opened it. But I know I got this not too long ago. Like, I feel like I got it this year. I have tried a couple of other Sephora mascaras and I've enjoyed them quite a bit. I'm not brave enough to use this on the lower lashes, so I'm gonna do something else. And then we'll see how much we can build this one up. I feel like this Maybelline Sky High mascara is on its last leg. It's getting super thick. And even just using on the lower lashes, it's almost like it's kind of hard to use at this point. Oh crap, I got it all over the place. Oh no, oh no. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, so here's the wand. Nothing too crazy. I love a little simple tapered wand where it just gets a little tiny bit thin at the tip. Nothing too wild. You don't need to have a crazy wand in order to have your mascara work. And I like it. Oh my gosh, look how fast that is building up. What were the claims on this again? Volumizing and lash multiplying effect. I mean, I would say yes, it has definitely delivered on those claims. It's a little bit on the wetter side. Like, I feel like it's not building up too much right away, but I'm gonna go in with the other side and then we'll go back and see what we can do as far as multiplying. Couldn't get the word out. Multiplying goes. It feels weird to put on a mascara without primer. I've been so obsessed with the Maybelline Sky High Tinted Mascara Primer that just going straight with mascara, I'm like, oh no, something's missing. But of course it wouldn't be a fair account of this mascara if I used primer. Let's get it to dry a little bit and then we'll build it up. Or try to. It just feels a little wet. Like, even I got it all over my eyelid right here. So there's that lash, 2 coats. I mean, oh my goodness, look at it. They look so long. Definitely volumized. Not as like full or like thickening as I normally like, but this looks nice. It is a little clumpy on the second coat. So if you like clumpy lashes, this might be for you. I don't mind clumpy lashes for every now and then. But I haven't had a clumpy mascara in a really long time, so this is kind of clumping up on the lashes, like just looking really, I don't know, clumpy. Clumpy and chunky. Alright, trying to build it up. I don't know if it's lash multiplying effect. It didn't say on here you could build it up forever, but even just on a second coat, it's very, very clumpy. And now I'm almost like, it's too clumpy. Like, all the ends of the lashes have a big chunk of mascara on them. I might go through these with my little lash comb when they dry a little bit. But even with the clumps, I kind of like it. I kind of like it. I kind of like it as a whole little look here with the clumps. Let me try to get those mascara flakes off of my eyelid. Okay, so what do we think? For one, the primer from Erborian, I really like this. I'm not a huge primer person. Every now and then I find one that I really love, but I always forget to use them because they're just not in my routine all the time. But this one felt and looked really good. I will continue to use this and try it out. The LYS foundation. I'm gonna have to see how this wears throughout the day, but I think the shade match was almost perfect, like spot on with the shade L96. I almost want to go buy this today. Like, I feel that strongly about it, but I'm gonna see how it looks throughout the day. But I honestly feel like I'm going to buy this. Oh my goodness. And there's definitely enough in here for another use, so I'll use that again tomorrow. But this was awesome. If you have this, let me know what you think and if it does work really well throughout the day, because oh my gosh, I think it looks wonderful. It looks really, really good on the skin. Okay, I'm loving it. The Kosas Cloud Set Powder, I'm gonna put a little bit more on my chin. I'm feeling a little bit shiny there. I feel like this would be a really good little touch-up powder throughout the day just because it's so cute and little. And it doesn't look powdery on the skin at all. It just kind of like took down the shine without mattifying. Okay, I like it. I like it. What else did we use? The Tower 28 little glossy balm. I think this looks really nice with the look I have on today. I will continue to use it, but I don't know if I'll go out of my way to buy this in a full size because I already have two like dewy, kind of wet looking balm highlights that I really like. But this worked good. We'll have to see how it wears throughout the day. And then the Rare Beauty blush. This looks so good. A little went a long way. I really thought it blended out really nicely with the Real Techniques stippling brush. I love the color payoff on it. It just looks a little bit like sunburnt and I think it looks great. And then the mascara, you know, it built up really nicely. My lashes do look really long, but very clumpy. Very clumpy, but I like a little clumpy lash every now and then. And then the Make It Forever pencil was quite nice. It felt dry in a swatch and didn't look that good at all, but it looks nice on the eyes and it did glide on super, super smooth. And I think that was everything I used as far as samples goes today. Let me know what you think. Have you tried any of these products out? Do you have them in full sizes? Because I'm like kind of obsessed. I'm kind of obsessed with everything that I tried today. I think it all came out super well. This is definitely the most successful trying samples makeup video I've ever done. Like everything just worked so well together. But that is it. Let me know what you think. I would love to hear from you in the comment section as always. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss my next one. And I will see you later in another video. Goodbye. Dang, my hands are dry. Ew.